Hey Pisces, and welcome to your spiritual messages for the middle of May, and of course, any other time that you're guided to watch, as the intention of my messages is always to be timeless. And if this reading does not resonate, please don't forget to check other placements, because according to the astrology in the sky, you could be resonating with another placement than just your sun sign. So be sure to check out your moon, rising Venus, or Mars if that's the case. And also not everything in this reading may resonate, so please take what does and leave what doesn't. All right, so today I'm going to be pulling the energy of you and you only, Pisces. This is just for you during this time frame regarding your spiritual journey or anything that you may need to know on an individual level. So keep an open mind, because anything can come through, whether that's love, romance, money, finances, what have you. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started. I will be pulling a basic tarot spread for you, so that is going to be what's at your center, what's crossing you, your highest hopes, so what's crowning you, what's rooting you, your recent past, and what you need to know. All right, so what is at the center of Pisces? What does Pisces need to know during this time frame? What's going on with Pisces? Knight of Swords as your overall energy. So that's air sign energy, Gemini specifically. For me personally, what's crossing this? The Seven of Cups. Who had that? Libra had that as their blocking, as their crossing energy as well. What's crowning you is the Two of Swords. What's rooting you? The Stars. Beautiful. Aquarius energy. Recent past. The Ace of Cups. And what Pisces needs to know. The Devil. This card has been very popular in this series of readings. Not really sure what's in the air that is making people feel like that. It could be an obsession of some sorts or some fixated energy that you're on. We'll get into it when we get to that. But what's at the bottom of the deck is the Six of Pentacles. So this is bringing balance into your life. I feel Pisces, yeah. And then we have the Ten of Wands right underneath that with the Tower. Okay, Pisces. So I feel that you've been overexerting your energy a lot. I'm kind of getting this similar energy that I felt with Aries. And that was that you finally recognized that your energy was imbalanced, because maybe you overgive yourself to others, and that creates an imbalance. And then with the Six of Pentacles, with the Ten of Wands right next to it, I just feel that you always try to make people feel better, but then when it's the other way around, you feel like you don't really have anyone to lean on. It's like you carry all the burdens on your shoulders. Whether you could resonate with either or of the figures here in this depiction here in this image. You could be the white angel or the dark angel. Not that one is better than the other or anything like that, but I just feel that one is being dragged through the mud while the other one is more in a peaceful energy, right? So I feel like that could be you. You could be both of these energies. And for some reason, I feel like you're more of the darker complexion here because of the Ten of Wands right next to it. So I feel that you've recognized that you've overexerted yourself and that you're starting to feel worn out. And then this other part of you that's more of that light worker energy of yourself is tapping more into your higher self and telling you that you need to take a breather and take a step back and focus on yourself. It could be a you versus you energy here. It doesn't necessarily have to be another person. It could very well be another person, but I just feel like this is just you recognizing that you've been overexerting your energy to other people, and that could have caused a Tower moment for you to realize this. It could have been like enough is enough, where you finally just put your foot down. It's been a very similar theme in these readings, where I feel that you guys are just starting to recognize that enough is enough. You don't really want to continuously be the bigger person or the compassionate one, because it always leaves you with the short end of the stick. So I just feel that your background energy is that you came into that recognition that you need more balance in your life. because what's at your center is the Knight of Swords. So that's that decisive action, right? I feel like this is you cutting ties with people perhaps that were taking and not giving to you. Okay, this is you being honest and speaking the blunt truth no matter how much it hurts. And then with the Seven of Cups is this crossing energy over here. I just feel that you could have felt confused. Like, is this the right thing to do? Should I put my foot down? Should I tell people how I feel? Is it going to hurt their feelings? You know, you could have been weighing out the pros and cons of how to bring balance into your life and what that meant for the people around you, right? Because your life could have been imbalanced while your relationships were balanced, but at what cost, right? You know, at what cost? If you're left feeling like this after helping people, what's the point? You shouldn't be doing that. Because you should never, you know, fill other people's cups when you can barely fill your own. Yours should always be full, and then you should make sure everyone else is good. So I feel that with the Seven of Cups here, you were in this sort of confused state of mind where you didn't know what to do. But the Knight of Swords as your overall energy is that you do know what to do. You do know what that action is that you need to take. So let's go ahead and clarify that. What is this? Let's see, what should we clarify? Let's clarify the Seven of Cups. What are they confused about? Page of Cups. Yeah, see? You're used to being very apologetic, very loving, very caring. And perhaps some of you could have told someone the blunt and honest truth and then thought about apologizing and taking it back. But with the World card here, it's like telling yourself that cycle needs to end, where I'm constantly apologizing to people when I did nothing wrong. People need to apologize to me. You know, this is you ending that cycle of always being the bigger person. Right, and apologizing when you don't really want to. I feel that some of you are expecting an apology from someone because of this blunt, honest truth that you said. You could have finally just admitted to someone how you felt, that you would get upset about something, and you felt that they were, what's the word I'm looking for? Unsensitive. Sorry guys, I'm like struggling with words today, but that they were just insensitive. Insensitive to your feelings. And the power of Pisces is that you're always empathetic, you're always compassionate to other people, so you always see where they're coming from, you always put yourself in their shoes, you see things from their perspective, so it's hard for you to say the blunt, honest truth because you know how that person feels when you're honest about that, and that you absorb their emotions, so you know exactly how bad they feel when you are honest with them, that you don't want to feel that also, you know. So that's how you quickly tend to apologize to people and take it back, because you'd rather keep things peaceful than to live in that sort of awkward state or in that tension when a truth has been spoken, right? Because the Knight of Swords is the blunt and honest truth that some people don't want to hear or don't want to even talk about. Okay, that's Gemini energy. You know, Geminis just say what's on their mind. So I feel that you finally said what was on your mind, but you struggled with keeping it, like the keeping your word, you know. So that could be a lesson you're going through here, because what's crowning you is the Two of Swords. So you feel a bit confused, right? You feel a little bit indecisive as to what moves to make. I feel that you want to be certain. You don't want to feel indecisive. You want to feel okay with your decisions when you make them. You know, when you decided to speak that honest truth, you want to feel confident in the fact that you did that, instead of questioning and wondering, well, should I apologize? Should I not apologize? Should I keep my word, my truth? So I feel that you're going back and forth with this a lot, and you just want to see things clearly, you know, because a part of you could also be ignoring that could be an issue on your part that you can't speak the truth sometimes, just for the sake of other people's feelings, right? And I totally get that. I have a Pisces Mercury. So I sometimes, I notice myself subconsciously saying little white lies just to make that person feel comfortable. And the minute I say it, I'm like, I should have not said that. You know, it's weird. So I totally get this energy, but I feel that the minute you say something, you just feel uneasy about it. You know, Pisces, water sign Mercuries in general, doesn't have to be Mercury, but since we're speaking of communication, it's kind of energy that I'm feeling. Just water signs in general do struggle with communication because they feel so much and they absorb other people's emotions. So when there's like an elephant in the room, they'd rather not talk about it because it makes them uncomfortable because they know exactly how that other person feels. So there's this uneasy feeling with your energy here, and I feel that you don't want to feel like that anymore. You just want to be certain. You want to be confident. You would like to speak your mind like a Gemini, right? If you don't have that in your chart. Let's clarify this Two of Swords. The Moon, yeah. So here's your energy. And like I was saying, water sign energy in general. Okay, the Moon to me just speaks of all water sign elements. Yeah, so this is you feeling confused, the what ifs, not being able to see things clearly, you know, things being kept a secret here. So I feel with this energy, the Two of Swords and the Moon, this is you just not wanting to feel like this, and perhaps trusting your intuition more so, and trying to bring a balance within your intuition and what you verbally say, right? Because your intuition could be telling you one thing, and then what you say out loud could be something entirely different. And I feel that right now, when you spoke that truth though, where it hurt people's feelings perhaps, that was your intuition coming through too. I feel that you have to verbally speak your intuition, because your intuition could know how people already are treating you and that people need to be given a piece of your mind, but you could refrain from doing that, like I said, because you care about people's emotions too much. And then we have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, because your concern mainly is to keep the peace in relationships. Okay, whatever connection this is for you, whether it's romantic, friendship, sibling, parent, what have you. I feel that you care more about keeping the peace than speaking the truth sometimes. But there's always this underlying tension underneath with the Five of Wands. So like I said, it's that elephant in the room, right? The underlying tension. And I don't think that's any better than speaking the truth and risking someone's feelings getting hurt. It's better to just speak the truth instead of having underlying tension of not speaking the truth, right? So what's reading this energy is the stars. So I feel that things are going to start shifting. You're going to start to have this sort of revelation, this truth. Okay, things are going to start to make sense now. And it's because you're starting to tap into a higher consciousness, I feel, with the star card. Okay, this is Aquarius energy. So I just feel that, you know, Aquarius is an air sign, and air signs like Geminis, they are very good at communication. So I feel that you're going to tap more into that part of yourself, especially if you do have Aquarius in your chart. You could be tapping more into your logic and intellect during this time. And if you're not, you're being strongly advised to do that. Even if you don't have Aquarius in your chart, I feel that you have to tap more into an Aquarius vibe, where Aquarius has intuition, strong intuition to an intellect, but Aquarius detaches from other people's emotions, let alone their own. And that's how they're able to express themselves, because they're not caught up with the feelings of how other people feel. And it's not to say they're not compassionate. It's just because they know overall that it's better to just speak the truth. And if people are going to hate you, then let them hate you, right? Because people who don't understand where you're coming from, when you speak the truth, those people aren't meant to be in your life. So you have to have confidence in that energy that when you speak your mind, the right people will stay along. The right people will try to make amends with you instead of you always making amends. Okay, you see that the blood on that sword? So I feel like you've been through a lot, and you have had bridges burned and connections that have ended in some shape, way, or form. And you could have always taken the blame, I feel, of how things ended, because maybe someone gaslighted you and told you you're not compassionate or something, you know, but that's not true. It's that when you set a boundary, the wrong people were thrown off by that. The right people respect your boundaries. But with the Star card too, it's just this energy of like a hope for a renewal, and it's just like a breath of fresh air. Wow, the Tower. Yeah, so things are going to shift for you. Your entire personality perhaps might be changing. Not personality, sorry, I don't want to say personality, but like this persona you've been carrying around, where you told yourself you have to be a certain way to keep the peace in relationships, that's shifting and that's ending because it's no longer serving you. Okay, and then we have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck over here. So you could have been stubborn in your energy, thinking that that was the right way to be, but that's not the case for you, because for you now it's time to tap more into this Aquarian star energy. Okay, so just know that if you feel that your world is being shaken up, it's for a good reason, it's for a good cause. And if you have Leo in your chart, I suggest watching the Leo reading, because the Tower popped up twice in that reading, and it had a lot to do with things shaking up for them for the better. But yeah, see this, I just keep being drawn to her bloody sword there. So that to me is kind of like the Tower moment also, where you're going to have to go through some battles, some hardships with relationships, people, whatever that means for you. And it's not going to be easy. A lot of friendships may end during this Tower, but it's going to be necessary because you're going to come out stronger. And that's not to say that, you know, like battles make us stronger or anything like that, that we had to go through pain in order to feel happy. I'm not trying to say that either, but you're going to come out victorious and you're going to come out a winner. And it's not just going to be because you're going to make it out on top. It's more so you're going to become a new person, and you're going to tap into your higher self, and like I said, a higher consciousness. And that's what this buildup is, this rise and fall. That's what this is for. So your recent past is the Ace of Cups. So this is new love, a resurgence in love, or this is just you starting to fill your own cup of love, right? Because you were starting to recognize that things were imbalanced. So I feel like this is just you focusing on yourself, focusing on your worth, on your emotions, on your stability, you know, and not letting people have a say in how you're going to do that for yourself. It's like you could already be going through this new transition, this new beginning. Yeah, the Fool. That's crazy. As I just said, new beginning, this shoots out. So you definitely could have already began this process of what happens after the Tower moment. And you're starting to see the bright side in it all, the blessings in disguise, the new path that awaits you. It's all there. You've already caught a glimpse of it. And then we have the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck with the Five of Pentacles. So this is the past energy, right? You always being on the defense mode and having to protect your energy because you felt that you weren't secure, right? And that's what's shifting, that's what's changing. You're starting to pour in your own cup of love, and that is bringing this new you. What you need to know is the Devil. So I feel like this is when you go back 10 steps, okay? It's like you make progress, movement forward, and then something in your mind tells you that you're not making good progress, and you slip back to how you could have been. And by that is, I feel that you guys have been taken advantage of by family members or whatever, or whoever, And you need to know that that energy is toxic, if that is the case for you. Okay, that when you put others before you and not yourself, and when things start getting codependent, you need to know that that's a toxic behavior and that it's not okay. Because I feel that you're so, some of you may be so programmed to it and think that that's how relationships are, where there's this imbalance where you have to give, and they take. And you could have just been so accustomed to that you don't know any better. So what you need to know is that that's not okay, and that you are right in cutting ties with people and setting boundaries, and you should never feel guilty for doing that. And anyone who makes you feel guilty for setting boundaries is not good for you, even if it's family members. Okay, it's just something you're gonna have to be strong in setting those boundaries and staying firm with them. And if they want to throw a fit, let them throw a fit, but just know that at the end of the day, you're taking care of yourself. The High Priestess. Yeah, and trust your intuition. Your intuition is very strong, Pisces. I mean, this is your card. Okay, so, and we have the moon here too. So that speaks of intuition as well. So when you know that things are toxic and when they're not okay, that's your sign to dip. You know the red flags. You know what's up. Trust your gut. Trust your instinct. Because it's right. Wow. Powerful message, Pisces. I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. I'm just going to finish it off with this card, this deck here, Island Time Wellness, Law of Attraction, and see what final messages we have for you. All right, final thoughts for Pisces. Ooh, it's manifested. New desired reality is already present in your life. Vibrational alignment, astrology gives edge. Beautiful. So I feel that with that Fool in the background, in the recent past, means that this new beginning that you've been manifesting is already here. It's happening. And if you feel that it hasn't happened yet, it's definitely around the corner. You just got to keep working, doing the work, setting those boundaries, and trusting yourself that you are doing the right thing. And at the bottom of the deck, we have, write it down. The universe has received your order. Know and feel it's yours. Done. Writing brings into physical form. So there you have it. All right, Pisces, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share, as it helps circulate the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in your love reading. Bye.